I definitely did not get distracted reading event stories for Project Sekai. I think I said that every single time I go on this stream. Let me turn on the background music. Hi! It's been a while. You know what? Wait, let me check when my last stream. I missed this. I love stream. I have not. I'm so out of it. How do I have not tweeted. I'm streaming. I'm so breathe. Last time I streamed. When was this? It was Night in the Woods. Wow. When was this? I cannot see the date. Am I stupid? November 6th. That's been a while, dog. Okay. Let me just... Okay. Going through my... What's the word? My travel photos, YIPPEE. And then link. I'm definitely a professional and I know what I'm doing. Absolutely. Let me just share with my friends. Okay. There we go. That should be good enough. Question mark. Nah. Okay. Excuse me. I haven't streamed in so long. I feel so like out of practice. Okay. I don't know how to start. Okay. So, last week, right after Patrons of the Arts, Magics, and Mystics, which, by the way, Ganymede and I talked about on their Twitch channel last night. The VOD should still be up. Maybe they uploaded it on their YouTube VOD channel. I haven't checked yet. So, you should check that out if you're interested about what happened during the convention. Right after the convention, literally the day after, I had to pack. I had to speed run packing because I was like about 2 weeks before the con, 3 weeks before the con. I was speed running, making my Prosecco merch. I had to draw all of them and then I had to print and laminate and cut them by hand. I did all of that by hand. So I had no time to prepare for my vacation because of course I'm gonna prioritize work. Duh. So all that time I spent on preparing for the con. The day after, I speed run packing. Like I woke up maybe 10-11 a.m. Oh my god, okay, I almost freaked out. I thought I forgot my skincare today. Anyway, I did do my skincare. So, woke up at 11, I had lunch. I started packing at like 2. It's 2 p.m. I started packing at 2 p.m. We were leaving the house at 2 a.m. And yes, 12 hours is a lot of time to pack. But I don't like that feeling of having to like cram packing. It's just, it was a 6-day trip, 5 nights and 6 days. And just like, I have to think of 6 outfits plus 2 extra just in case I spill or trip or whatever. So I was packing. And Ganymede was also streaming. And I'm like, okay, I'll take a break and I'll just watch stream. And I'm just like, huh. So I had to pack my clothes and my makeup and skincare because duh. I take good care of my skin. I am not leaving this house for more than like I'd say 12 hours without skincare. And my makeup, I haven't before my vacation, I haven't put on makeup for a while. I'm kind of lazy. When it comes to makeup. Well, okay. It's not that I don't want to do makeup. I do. But I just don't like having to wake up a little bit earlier just to do it. But, But for my vacation, I brought makeup because I know there's gonna be photos that my parents are gonna take of me. And I know they're not good with the camera. So the best I can do is just make myself look good. You know, the entire trip, I wore, what's it called? I wore a lot of long skirts. Sometimes I think, oh, I can't wear anything today. And then I pack and I'm like, wow, I have a lot of clothes. Anyway, so that was packing. I didn't rest, by the way. I packed, played with my friends, and we were gonna leave the house at 2 a.m. So at 1 a.m. I was like, okay, I have to dress up and wake up my parents. I did not rest. I did not sleep. So we left the house at 2 a.m. Our flight was at 6 a.m. So, what's it called? We were in the airport. What's it called? I know how to speak. We're in the airport. I tried to nap. I could not nap. And the thing is, we landed there like, I think it was 8 or 9 a.m. local time. Immediately after, I did not get to nap. I said, I've been awake since 11 a.m. the day before. It's now 9 a.m. the day after. I got maybe 30 minutes of sleep. And right as we landed, our tour guide picked us up. Well, our tour guide picked us up. Am I saying this right? Our tour guide picked us up. And immediately we went sightseeing. We went to and I'll show these photos later. This was this photo on screen right now was on our way from the airport to our hotel. Not even our hotel, actually. I think we were still... Let me look at these photos and before I say shit. Yeah, our luggage was still... Our luggage was still in the car. We didn't even go to the hotel. We went straight to sightseeing. And they have Grab, which was interesting to me. I've always thought that Grab was local. Apparently, it's Southeast Asian. So, right after we landed, immediately after, we went sightseeing. So let's go through the photos then. I don't think I'll really edit it. I just have it in Capture One because there are some that I want to like straighten out, but I'm not gonna edit too much this stream. I just want to show you guys. This is not... No, wait, it is. This is the first photo I took. Because this is like this car, they said, is like a local brand, fully electric, and if I recall correctly, like sponsored by the government to be for public transport. So I'm like, oh, that's cool. And this, adjust. How do I... No. Okay, I think... Who's calling me? What? I was muted, right? I better have been muted. I'm gonna go through the VOD later. Because that's the worst ass timing. The bank was calling me. I'm like, do I have any outstanding balances? Is there anything you need from me? It's like, oh no, you are now like, what's it called? You can now apply for a loan. It's like, I don't need that. So sorry about that. I have to check the VOD and like silence that if ever, because Jesus Christ. I'm pretty sure I'm muted, but just in case. Okay, wait. Let me increase the volume. Actually, I should have checked this before I started streaming. Okay, let me just let me check my microphone settings, because Ganami told me last stream that it was a little soft and I haven't fixed it. Hello? Hello, hello, hello? Hello? I hope that's better. Okay. So, as I was saying, literally as we landed, the first thing we did was sightseeing. This is the Reunification Palace, I think is what they called it. This went through like 5 different name changes, so I'm not sure which one they go by right now. For this photo though, what's it called? That's ugly. What's it called? For this photo, I think it's really hard to get highlights, to like pull details from highlights if it's too overexposed, but that's that. This is around the palace. Some other tourists. I don't know what I was going for here. It's kind of boring. This one, I just thought the grab guy was interesting. I like how this framed, actually. I said I didn't want to edit too much. I want the green to pop out a little more. Oh, it's coming across more as blue. Okay. I'll have to like separate that. But yeah, I like this one. The thing is with my camera, it's Fujifilm, and I do have like a film recipe set up, but I didn't start using it until a little later. It's in this row anyway. So I don't want to edit too much because I like how it turned out of camera. This is also a boring shot. I thought it was gonna be interesting, but another of the grab guy. I think this first one was the best of this. Let me remove it. Oh, this is more my mom wanted to remember the name of the gallery, because she told me before that I think for my parents' honeymoon they went to Vietnam. Did I say where I went? I went to Vietnam and Cambodia. I've been yapping this whole time, and I don't know if I even mentioned that. So my mom wanted to remember this because she was trying to remember if for her honeymoon, what's it called? If this was the gallery she bought her painting from. Yeah. I don't know what caught my eye that I took this photo. Is it this little guy? Maybe. Here, it's a lot easier to get details from the shadows with digital for some reason. I don't really understand the science of it, but there. Now you can see what was inside compared to this. As for this, he was posed better before I took the photo. He moved and I was like, damn, this could have been nice. Let me just straighten this out. Yeah. And then this one too. I don't even know if it's straightened. It's not. Okay. And this is also the palace. A different view. Because this we were driving by, and this is when we actually like stepped out of the car and walked towards it. Here, the other photographer, other photographers, and someone in an Aoyai. I think it's pronounced Aoyai. Just taking photos, which is nice. That's really nice to look at. This had so much potential. If this wasn't here, if this person wasn't here, I could edit it out, but frankly, I don't want to. If it was just these guys, and if I framed this a little better, it would have been such a nice photo. I think this is when I turned on the filter. Not filter, the film recipe. Because you can see the colors are different. I like green pop out more. Brighten it up a bit. Ooh, it's a little green. It's a little too green. There. And my travel buddy, Vox Pape. Took a lot of photos with him. I like the vertical one more. This vague reflection shot. And I like the pattern. I like this pattern. Let's see. Oh. Face reveal. Is it really a face reveal if it's not a secret? Let me just bring up a shot a bit. Very yellow. Let's make that blue a little brighter. Is that... Okay, I think it's registering as green. Yeah. There we go. This one. This is just a bunch of the inside of the palace. I don't think they're very interesting, personally. As in, okay, the place is interesting. It's definitely really pretty. But for my photography, I don't know if they're the most interesting shots. I feel like so many other people can take this shot and it'll be the same. Yeah. This... I like these stairs. Again, it's not the most interesting, but I like them. I said I didn't want to edit, but now I'm editing. The blue's registering as green. Interesting. I love color science. I think this was... What's it called? I think some of these are more me practicing. Can this be straightened out a little more? I don't know. Hello, Anims of Purpose! We barely started. It's been 20 minutes. I have 400 photos, and we are on photo... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Photo number 16. So we'll be here a while. Another thing I like taking photos of is like patterns and concrete and stuff. Straighten that. Crop out my foot. Is this centered? Yeah. I don't know what I was going for with this. Or this. Honestly, I was just taking pictures. Ooh, interesting. Ah. Interesting how different these are. Well, this one's definitely more interesting. It's a little yellow. I think it's just because the room actually was yellow. Boarding school can't go. 70,000 in US dollars. That's a lot of money, dog. Okay, I'll get rid of this one. Because this one was more interesting. This, I don't know what I was going for here. This I liked. Just a guy. Bring it up a bit. I think I'll keep that. Anims, you'll be fine. I also went to college without like a lot of my friends, you're fine. You'll be fine. I don't want it to. I said I wouldn't edit, but now I'm editing. Let's make the red actually more red. Oh, it's not turning out pink though. The lighting will be hard to deal with for this. Can I straighten this? Oh, actually, straighten it based on this. There we go. That's a better horizon line. I like that one. This one wasn't very artsy, or this one. Or this one. This is fine. It's kind of boring. It's kind of boring. I mean, it's a shot. Take care. Thanks for dropping by. Ooh, this is the one I like. I like this one a lot. I like this one a lot. Take your time. No pressure. I'm kind of just yapping anyway. Is this centered? A little more. There we go. I do like the colors in this one already. I don't think I'm gonna edit the color. I might bring down the highlight a bit. Oh no, it looks weird. I like this one a lot. I don't know if I like the vertical one more or the horizontal one. Crop to just center the fountain. Yeah. I don't know what I was going for with this one. This one though, I like. What's it called? I turned on the soft focus. Because I liked how eerie it seemed. I think I'll keep the awkward tilt of the frame, actually. It's a little blue. Nah. Nah, that's fine. Make it a little brighter. Just a smidge, just a hair. Cool. Excuse me. Some of these are just me like snap, 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 and not really interesting. This one was pretty though, but I feel like this is one of those things where you have to be there to enjoy it. I like this one. I like this one. Yeah. I'm not editing too much because I do like how it is. Let me match this adjustment actually. Yeah. This this one's just funny. Look, it's a ceramic frog. Look at this little guy. Well, he's a pretty big guy actually. I think I can fit my head in that. It's a pretty big guy. He's so silly. I love it. This, ooh, yeah, the Reunification Palace had their own, like, stage theater inside, which is pretty cool. A helicopter. Plants. Plants are always cool. Helicopter. Plant. I'll bring down highlight on this, actually. Maybe. A bit. Yeah, that's fine. More plant. This, if I recall, this is like the post office. I think this one's more centered. I really like the colors of this what's the word? The film recipe. There. I really like how they turned out. I'm not editing too much. This one's a little bright though. E. It's weird when it also adjusts the sky. And another one with blocks. This one's cool. What's it called? This is a church. I don't remember of what religious denomination. What the church? Oh, Notre Dame, Saigon. It's right there. Saigon. Notre Dame. So I assume it's Catholic or Christian and to some degree. I like the colors in this one. The shadows are a bit low. Just a hair. This one was is a telephone booth, but honestly, even in real life, I could not see inside. I was like, what am I looking at? Like a really old school telephone booth, and like each telephone booth is directed to a country, a different country. I'm not sure which ones, but yeah. This is the ceiling of the, what's the word? The post office. Damn. This is one of those photos where I can't really fix the straightness of it because of the way it the way it arches. It would have been better if I stationed myself properly in the first place. Oh, this one's our tour guide. She's been taking a lot of photos of us the entire time, so I'm like, I'll take a picture of her. I should send this to her. Crop it. This is a better one of the church. It was under I think we were supposed to be able to enter, but as you can see, it's like under renovation, so we couldn't check it out. At least we got to see outside. It's really pretty. And this, ooh, one of my favorite parts of the trip was our first dinner. Because wow, like, not because it's whoa super cool, super amazing, but well, it is really super good, super amazing, but more because they took us to this a very hole in the wall type restaurant, as in like you had to you had to search it out. Hello Maya, welcome to stream. Just going through some of my travel photos. We're on photo number, I don't know. It's very, let's make it bluer. I just kind of want it to be bluer. There we go. And then I want the reds to be more pink. No, maybe orange is better. How am I doing? I'm doing great. I came home from vacation a couple days ago. I rested up. And now I'm just going through the photos, which I'm excited about. I'll see how I feel tomorrow. I want to get back into streaming, but I also don't want to like push myself, because it's been very hectic the past couple weeks. Because before vacation, I was grinding for the convention, and I think my body is just like, but I want to stream and I want to go through the photos. So I'm just join me while I look at these. But yes, I really liked our first dinner. It was so good. Like, I don't usually eat shrimp. I am not a fan of shrimp unless it's like tempura. But their shrimp here was so good. Like, to get me to eat shrimp means you did really well. I normally don't like shrimp. And yeah, I love the more hole in the wall restaurants. This one was really good. I don't remember which in this alleyway it was, but it was good. And another photo with my little Vox. I should be uploading these somewhere. They had bird. They had a bird. They had animals. Not in our restaurant we were eating at, but in like the little alleyway. Yes, these are the photos I took for my vacation. Yes. This not very interesting. This is better centered. This was the front of our hotel. There's a nice fountain outside. This is not a very interesting shot though. This one I like. I want it to be warmer. Let me actually. There. I like this shot a lot. Not this one. It's kind of boring. I like this one. Unfortunately, the sky was like washed out and cloudy, so it's really white instead of like. Maybe I should have exposed for the sky and just brightened it up for the subject. Unfortunate. This was the day after, and it's like the war museum, so it's pretty sad. This was the emergency exit. I like this one. Oh, you know what? This can be. No, I like this. I like this. I like it as is. What's in the shadows? Not much. Okay. Ah! Maybe a bit. There. Is this the second floor, third floor of the museum? Not very interesting. More of the museum artifacts. Honestly, this is more for the. Some of them are artsy, some of them are just like click, click. Might as well. I don't find these very interesting. I like this one. You can't. It was raining, but you can only really see it on the. Is this a It's not a helicopter. I like the plane. Favorite moment in my vacation, other than the food, I love. Out of our. How many meals did we have? Wait. Out of our no. Out of the 11 free meals, not counting our hotel breakfast, there was only one meal I did not enjoy. What was my favorite part of my trip? I'll probably remember when you see the photos. Because a lot of our Vietnam trip was, because it was Vietnam and Cambodia. A lot of Vietnam was more of like the Vietnam War history. I want this to be warmer. There. It's not much. Oh, this is probably one of them. When we were riding a boat. Because we hired a travel agency to plan everything for us because we did not want to think of an itinerary. And we had a private car, like a private driver. And when we were on the boat, it was literally just us. It's like, whoa, I feel so spoiled. This is a nice shot. I like this one. Wow, wait. I don't think I have to edit this as much. Let me just... There. I like this shot. Wow. Okay. This or this. They're the same. Vietnam, beautiful. How do I word this? The places we did go to, absolutely. I mean, I wouldn't take this many photos if I didn't think it was pretty, right? That makes sense. And this was in our boat. As you can see, there was no one there. It's literally just my family. It must be. It is. Like, okay, you can see here, our tour guide was like, oh, I know that the water is kind of brown, but I promise it's clean. And when we went, we were a little worried, but it smelled fine. It smelled, I wouldn't say like fresh, but it's like, it's not what you would expect brown water to smell like. It was pretty good for what it looked. And this was when we were on the boat. This bridge, I think they mentioned this was like the longest bridge in Vietnam. Another boat. Not a very interesting shot. I'm just kind of clicking at this point. Click, click, click. See, look. It looks bad. the water. But it genuinely, it's not what you would expect brown water to smell like. It's fine. Because I hear, like, how do I say? There are people that get very turned off by brown water. It's like, oh, girl, it's not gross at all, actually. Ooh, I like this flower. Is it centered? It's not very centered. There. I don't have to edit this one this much. I like how it is. Wow. Oh, and this, oh, I can't show you, but they let me hold like a beehive. Not like the hive, not the one that actually looks like a hive, but like the man-made honeycombs. They let me hold that. I'm like, this is so good. I love bees. And it was those bees that made this honey. How long have you stayed? We left on the 12th and I came back like Tuesday morning. Well, more like Monday night, but essentially Tuesday morning. So that's all like 6.5 days. So they let us have this honey, like this I think it was like ginger lemon tea, but it was mostly honey. I was like, it's so good. And there were bees just floating around us. Look, they're on the little bottle of honey. We bought some of their honey because I was like, this is so good. I love bees. This is the lady who's, oh, what's it called? My shutter speed was not great for this one. Shame. Oh, wait, oh. Okay, more bees. Damn, it wasn't in focus. F. They had the python. They showed us a python. And then our tour guide was like, oh, that's still a baby. And I'm like, yeah, I expected pythons to be like 20 times bigger than this. And my mom freaks out way too easily. My dad and I'm like, oh, cool. A python, a snake. That's so sick. My mom was like, This was not really a restaurant. Okay, I will say, when we hired a travel agency, because I live in the Philippines, and the Philippines is a tropical country. Vietnam is also a tropical country. And this portion, I think this was planned for like white people who don't eat tropical fruits. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it. I don't have dragon fruit often, if at all, actually. But like, our Philippine mangoes are better. But the dragon fruit was nice. And the pineapples. I love pineapples in this area. This is my mom. Like, I was okay, I have removed the photos with like faces. I was considering if I should like leave this in or not. But it's such a nice shot, I can't not share it. It's a little bright, but I like it. She's pretty. I love her fit. And I love the hat. It's so nice. Ooh, this is too bright. That's unfortunate. I don't even know what plants these are. It's a plant. Ooh, chicken. Right, they had chickens. Here, they let us ride. They're not a canoe. What do you call this? I forgot what they called these boats. I like this one. I forgot what they call these boats. Because my dad kept joking. I was like, it's a gondola. I'm like, they have a different name for it, I think. The other tourists in line. I like this one actually. Huh. I like how dramatic. It's a little yellow. It's a little too warm. There. Oh. And this was when we were riding the... I cannot remember. I'm just gonna keep calling it the gondola. It's a bit green though. I like this one better than this. Oh, that's bad. That's not a great shot. Oh, this part, they were making like coconut candy. I'm not a big fan of coconut, so it wasn't like it was fine. But seeing them make it was pretty cool. Like here, they're all made by hand, and like the machinery. Of course, there's machinery, but for the most part, they're all made by hand. Look at them. Okay, I don't know what these shots are supposed to be. They're not great. A lot of rivers in Vietnam. I mean, in the area we stayed at, I wouldn't say there's a lot, but there was the Saigon River and Mekong Delta, I believe it was called. And they're pretty big. So take that as you will. These are all water lilies, I think is what they're called. Like, this is water, not land. This is water. It's like, oh, that's so cool. I like this one. I liked how this one was framed. Let me up the... There. Ah! My mom again. The shutter speed was a little slow, so it's not a great shot. Unfortunate. And they had chickens! I like this. Of these 3 shots. Oh, 4 shots. I like this one. Eh, chicken. More of boats. This is our second dinner. Yeah. This place was so good. Their rice was like cooked with pandan. It was so good. Oh, I'm gonna come back here. Literally, out of the 5 meals we had in Vietnam, not counting hotel breakfast, this one is one of my favorites. It was so good. I'm like, I regret not taking pictures of our food. I really do. I really didn't take pictures of food. I was like, I'm just gonna enjoy this. It's like, but they're so pretty. Like, look at the decor. It's so nice. Another one in front of our hotel. Here, this is the day after. We checked out lacquer painting. I bought some. Like, everything at this place is made by hand. I think that, because the people working in this area are like victims of the families that were affected by the Vietnam War. So a lot of them are handicapped in some way. And they called it handicapped handicrafts, which is really cool. And like, whenever you buy something, 60% of 60% of the money you spend goes directly to these people who worked on it. It's like, that's so sick. So they're all made by hand. Like hand painted, with eggshells, seashells, and lacquer. What do they eat in Vietnam? Meat and plants. There are more plants. I mean, there's a lot of good meat, but I have not had a single meal in Vietnam without good vegetables. I love the vegetables. They're so good. So this is the lacquer painting, all made by hand. After this shop, we weren't allowed to take pictures in the shop because they said like, oh, this one was to like practice their fine details when what's it called? Carving the eggshell. Not eggshell, the seashells. And this is them polishing it. After this, we couldn't take pictures inside because they said, like, everything here is made by hand and we don't want, like, industries and machineries to copy our design. It's like, fair and valid. I agree with these practices. And then these were the tunnels that the Vietnamese dug up for the war. This was their, like, base. This is our tour guide showing us the map. And this is what it looked like in underneath. There were 3 main levels. And the first are like the meeting rooms, the kitchen and stuff. I forgot what they said about the second floor. But the third floor is like super emergency only. Like, because Vietnamese, like, not just Vietnamese, but like Southeast Asian people tend to be smaller than Americans. So only really only the Vietnamese people, only the what's the word? Only they could fit down here, and if the Americans try to leave, they're stuck. And in the case of an insane emergency, the tunnels led down to the Saigon River, and they can swim out. Which is, imagine planning all that. Oh. It was a lot of forest area. This is one of the traps they built. That's so scary and disgusting. Because they said, like, the intent of the traps were to injure, but then they would get filled with muddy water. So when they do get injured, they'll get infected immediately. It's like, oh, that's very violent. And look how small that opening is when they hide down in their bunkers. And this was another one of the entrances that you could, they said they could only use it when it's not raining, if I remember correctly. I took a lot of pictures of plants. This is one of the statues they had of the people, what's it called? Of their military outfit. They asked, like, oh, why do you think it's green and black? And I'm like, oh, green is obviously the camouflage because it's a lot of nature and greenery around them, as you can see from my other photos. And then I was like, no, but the black doesn't make sense. And our tour guide was no, oh, they wore black at night. And I was like, it's still camouflage. Which I think is kind of funny. More of the statues. This is their ventilation point. Because we saw the tunnels, they go in pretty deep. So their ventilation, they have ventilation points where they use like empty bamboo sticks. And it's like, whoa, that's so sick. My phone is so bright. Wait, let me, am I on streamer mode? I should be. Oh well. Okay, there we go. And they said that you should never, when you visit these tunnels, never go off the path. Because you don't know if there are still traps around. I think I took a photo of some of the traps. Oh, I like this one. Ooh, this one's nice. There's a tank. A lot of, because during the Vietnam War, the military didn't have the budget, so a lot of their weaponry they stole from the Americans and had to build it themselves. And this seemed so out of place to me. This part, it's still cool, but seemed out of place to me, where they were making rice paper, like handmade rice paper, the one you use for fresh spring roll. And there's a shooting area there, by the way, like actual guns. You can I kind of wanted to, like, once or twice, but they said, oh, the minimum amount of bullets is 10, and I'm like, I do not want to shoot 10 bullets. And then this is where we had lunch. Oh, another good lunch. Nice soup. And then this, we visited my mom's friend. And this, I think this one here on the left is the second tallest building in the south of Vietnam. It's a really nice view, yeah. And this is the tallest building in the south of Vietnam. I forgot what it's called. Ooh, this is a nice shot. Wow. I'm so good. I like what I had in mind with this, but I don't think I executed it very well. Like, you can see this is the reflection on the window and like, excuse me, like a little trapezoid. What camera did I use? I'll put it up on screen actually. Let me just camera Fujifilm X-T30 Mark II with 15 to 45 millimeter lens. Yes. Put it here. This one is so Max Caulfield coded. I'm like, a butterfly inside the hotel. There's also this one, and if this focused properly, it would be such a good shot. And I was going to take another, but then a guy walked by and shooed the butterfly away. I'm like, damn it. It's such a nice shot. I did catch it again somewhere else, but it's not a very interesting shot compared to the other. This was on the plane. This is such a nice... Oh. It's such a tourist shot to take a photo in the plane with the clouds. But I think it's really pretty. I think it turned out nice. Unfortunately, you can see like the scratches on the window. That's fine. It looks nice anyway. They're both nice. But you can see the clouds more on the other one. This was our second art. This part. Those are the Vietnam photos. Now, this is Cambodia. I really liked our hotel here. Like, our Vietnam hotel was more like good facilities. And both our hotels were really good, like, facilities. But the Cambodia hotel had so much more culture. This is the lobby. Like, it's so nice. Like this, they had this kind of stuff on display. Oh. I don't remember the name of the flower. And I don't think this is their national one. Because our Cambodian tour guide said that the national flower isn't in bloom this season. It's a little too warm, actually. I like the original better. I don't know what I was going for with these shots. They look like dumplings. They kind of do. You're right. Huh. I didn't even think about that. I thought they looked like lotus flowers. I don't know why I took a photo of these fruits. I think this was our first dinner in Cambodia. Yes. I had a lot of drinks during this trip. Pretty much every night except for the night before our flight. I had a glass of alcohol. More of our hotels. Oh, this one we went to Angkor Wat. Angkor Wat. That's the... How did I like Cambodia? I really like Cambodia. It's hard to say which one I preferred because they were both really, really nice to me. But I think I would say I enjoyed Cambodia a little bit more. because when we went to Vietnam, it was more, how do I say? It's more the impact of the Vietnam War. But in Cambodia, it was more like temples and mountains, which I'm more into. I'm not really what's it called? I'm not really interested. Okay, I am interested in history, but when you see something about a war 3 days in a row, it's a little sad. It's so important to learn about it, but it's a bit much, like emotionally for me. I'm a very like I take things to heart really easily, so I enjoyed Cambodia a little bit more. So this was on our walk towards Angkor Wat, which is the, if I'm remembering correctly, the biggest temple. Let me look that up. Biggest temple in the world. Yeah, Angkor Wat. 162 hectares. The largest religious structure in the world. It's huge. So this was the walk towards it. It's so nice and serene. Like, cars were generally not allowed in unless, you know, for very specific reasons that the security like had to weigh, whatever. So generally, it was mostly just people and no cars. And it's just such a nice, serene spot. I liked it here. Unfortunately, this part was also under renovation. I think the structure was starting to fall apart. So this is Angkor Wat, just from farther away. Apparently, in this area, a lot of people come here before their weddings. This is like their prenup photo shoot place. So you can see that guy here with the studio, the studio lighting. This is just one side of it. Like, how do I say? Our tour guide said the main temple. So like, there's more. This place is huge. It's like Angkor Wat is one of those places where you have to walk through it to appreciate just how huge it is. Like, the thing is, I wasn't feeling very well that day, so and my parents are on the older side, so we didn't really have the energy to walk up here. But we at least went through the first level, and it's like, whoa, this place is huge. These feel like very generic shots though. Whoa, yeah, this place is gigantic. A lot of these shots feel very generic, unfortunately for me, but they're nice. It is gorgeous. It's gigantic. It's huge. Oh, they still have the wall carvings too. It's like, I think the history was that Angkor Wat was, it was purposed. How do I say this? It was purposed for a different religion until it was, I think, a Buddhist monk was the one who maintained it and kept it, like, just maintained it. I don't know a better word, but that Buddhist monk came and maintained it. Such a nice place. It's so gorgeous. I feel like my shots are a little generic. Like, I think you can see how big it is from this one. Like, look how small the people are on this side. And this is just one corner. It still stretches out. If you can see, it stretches out even more on these sides. Oh, I'm doing a small series on taking photos of people who are on their and looking at their phone. I have another shot like this from I believe it's here. Where is it? Of a guy, just this one. It's the same thing. Can you believe how old is it? I forgot. Just old. It's old. And it's still like, other than like the grime, the carvings and stuff are still so like it's pretty well maintained. And I imagine that it would be difficult for them to like clean off the grime because they don't know exactly the state of the stone if it's gonna like wear away, which I get. Like a lot of the flooring they put in was not the original. Like they put in wood flooring to make sure it doesn't like tourists don't ruin it or something. So pretty. Oh, a tiny butterfly or a moth. I don't know what it is. It just landed on my dad's arm. I'm like, Dad, don't move. Let me take a photo of this. And the dog. Just a dog. I always love seeing animals. Just like sat there. They're so cute. More touristy shots. This is where we had lunch. No, it's another temple. Okay. The second temple we went to, I forgot what it's called, but it's the one Lena Jolie recorded in. That's what a lot of people went in for. Oh, I like this set of 3 people through the little. I don't know what this hole is. If there was just like a hole in the tree trunk, I'm like, that's so sick. I really like these 3. The temple. This area of the temple, there are like multiple mini temples in one big like temple area, and this one was more of a first aid area. They said first aid for the monks. And these temples have trees just growing out of them. Like the trees are essential to their stability at this point, that if you try to cut them down, it will collapse. Because it happened once before. I don't know how to feel about these ones though, like photography wise. Like look at how big that is. Those are just the roots. Oh. That's pretty sick, actually. Just straighten them up. There we go. Majestic. Nature is strong as hell. Yeah. It's insane. Neil! Welcome to stream. I think we're like over halfway through the shots now. I'm kind of speedrunning through it. Some of them aren't very interesting to me. Kind of just click, click, click. I said I wouldn't be editing at all, but I find myself editing anyway. This one they had to build support for the roots because otherwise it would fall over. Like, look how big that root is. Well, it's hard to say with just a photo, but it's pretty big. I love these. One of my favorite genre of like shots I do are just people alone with the soft focus. What was I going for with this one? Not sure. This one's just not good. This is the tree in that Angelina Jolie movie, I think. Is that her name? The Lara Croft one? I'm not sure. That's why there's more people in here, because they want to take a photo with it. My tour guide was like, oh, you can line up and we can take a photo with it. And my parents were like, there's too many people. So we have the different photo, like, at a different area. With the same tree, but a different, like, angle. Another thing I like doing is taking photos of concrete. I don't know why. Concrete is cool. When I was younger, my mom told me that I've always had an eye for things like this. Unfortunately, my childhood camera, I don't know if it was lost or stolen or something. But in that camera, I took a lot of photos of, like, rocks. Apparently, that's what caught my eye when I was a kid. Rocks. And I don't think much has changed because I'm still taking photos of rocks, as you can see. There's just so much culture. Oh, here, another, what's it called? If earlier they were doing lacquer painting, the handicapped people were doing lacquer painting, here they're doing music. I don't know how to edit this one. There we go. This is a better shot of them. I did not even realize they were selling CDs until I saw this photo. we donated a bit. I did not realize they were selling CDs. Another temple. I think this one's called Bayon. I'm not sure which one's Bayon. If it's this one or the other one. Another one of my mother. Such a pretty place. And there's another genre of shots I like doing is my shadow. I don't know why. Oh. My jacket was pretty thick. Which you would not expect someone to wear a jacket in a tropical country. Excuse me. But I don't want to walk out in the sun. So I think it's a fair trade to not get sunburned. I feel like so many of my shots aren't like... not straight. I feel like I keep taking the same photo. Or maybe it's just because it's a lot of temples that they feel like the same photo. Maybe. There's my mother, again. Her back. What did I tell ya? I take pictures of rocks. Oh, okay. So this was the old temple, right? And then they had the like a more modern one for like not tourist stuff. Like actual work is done. I like these ones. I mean, you can tell that I accidentally caught this part. That's someone else was doing it. That looks amazing. Thank you. Someone else was taking her photo. I'm like, I'll take a photo too. Why is this blue? Yes, Vietnam and Cambodia. Vietnam and then Cambodia. These ones are in Cambodia na. The first half was Vietnam. I don't know how many photos I have left. It's been quite a bit. I haven't even been narrowing them down to what I want to post. And just going through it and just like, wow, that's such a nice trip. And then the monks. I don't think these are interesting shots, but it's nice to have tried. And here, oh, I forgot what they were doing. I forgot what they called it. But it's like more traditional silverware, I think. Oh yeah, the tapestry and weaving and stuff. Wait, I'm cracking my knuckles. Like, everything here was also handmade. It looks really cool. Thank you. Here, they use these plants. And they bleach it under the sun. And they create, like, patterns like this. I think they use this shirt for practice. It's like, all of the wares we saw were handmade. And I was like, well, that's so sick. I love culture. It's so cool. Shirt printing? Yeah, like textiles and fabric and stuff. We couldn't take pictures inside because similar to the Vietnam lacquer paintings, here they didn't want people like stealing their designs, which is very fair. Because theirs is all handmade and they don't want industries and machinery to steal their work. Which I get. I get it. I unfortunately understand. This one, I wish we could have stopped to take for this one. Because this abandoned building. Abandoned hotel. Which I think is cool. Oh, this was on a Sunday. And my parents wanted to go to church. So they let us, our tour guide allowed us, like, okay, we can go to a Catholic church for you guys. This is really nice of him. Because I believe, if I remember correctly, he's Buddhist. So this, I believe this is Jesus washing the feet of his disciples. There was a bug here that really caught my eye, but I could not get a shot of it. Oh, my dad's calling. Ah. Bro, this is the second time this stream someone called me. Please, let me stream. The first one was a bank telling me, oh, you can apply for a personal loan. I was like, I don't need that. And now my dad is asking, okay. I'm back. That's fine. As I was saying, there was a bug in this pool. Not a pool. It's not really a pool. Like a pond. It's not really a pond either. This body of water that really interested me because it kept jumping around. But I can't get a shot of it. Oh well. I joked about this with my friends. But like, what kind of photographer are you? Are you the kind that takes photos of the headlights of like a sports car? Or a singular flower? We know what kind I am. Oh, shit. Where am I? Yeah, I took a lot of shots of flowers. This one was a little more morbid. Because it's just one dead petal. This one isn't very interesting. And here I am again with my concrete. I don't know why, but the pattern interests me. Shoes of the churchgoers. I don't know if it's interesting. It's an interesting concept, but I don't think it's an interesting shot. Does that make sense? Oh well. The church, more flowers. Is it centered? It's barely centered. There we go. I already like the colors. I'm not editing much of the colors because I really like the film recipe I tried out. I like this one a lot. This one, another one of my mom. I love taking like photos of my mom from the back when she's just walking. It's such a vibe. It's such a vibe, especially like when she's blue and everything around her is like more orangish brown. Gotta make it brighter. What blue does it register as? Look, I make her so much brighter. Stand out a little more. If I make the green more warm, she stands out even more. It's such a good shot, dog! I'm so happy. There we go. It's so nice. I'm so happy with this one. It's so simple compared to everything else I've shot so far. But it's so good. Okay. Ooh, that's very orange. How do I neutralize this? Yeesh. And then... Okay. It's very warm. A little too warm. I don't know. I don't think this is too interesting of a shot. They're just kids. This one, such a nice view. But my mom was freaking out the entire time because there are no railings out here. And, ooh, my dad reasoned is like, well, there are no railings because no one's been in an accident yet. It's like, they're gonna wait for an accident? Because you know what? They should put some sort of railing. Another shadow shot. I don't know why. I really like taking photos of rocks. It's such a nice view. Wow. There we go. I like this one too. I don't know why, but I like this photo of this hat. There we go. Let's copy it and apply it to the other one. Not an interesting one. I feel like the other one is better. Of my mom, the other photo. I still think it's pretty cool. More shadows. I don't know if these were handmade, but these are pretty cool crafts. Like ones are selling. Ooh, these... Unfortunately, one, I did not have a change of clothes on me at this time. And two, I was on my period. So I couldn't jump in the water. I wish I could though. It's so nice. The air was so refreshing here. I know there's a lot of tourists and a lot of people, but despite that, it felt the what words? Just the vibes, and it felt so refreshing to be by a body of water. Fellow photographer, what's his Nikon? I don't know why he was saluting. I can't say this person's a tour guide, but definitely advertising. Oh right, this giant ass butterfly. You can see how big that is. Just based on the leaf it's on. That thing's huge. More nature. Another waterfall. I probably shouldn't be taking pictures of other tourists. But I think it's cool. Honestly, I like these vibes. I mean, I like the orangey blue contrast. Okay, maybe it's a bit much. Yeah. This is nice. I like this one. Let me do this actually. Hello. Click. Okay. Okay, it's a bit much. Never mind. Actually. There are so many people here. And okay, wait, the experience going to this waterfall. I hated those stairs so much. I hated those stairs. Cuz like I'm used to going up and down stairs without holding the railings, right? I usually do that because usually I'm holding a glass of water in one hand and my phone in the other. I'm just used to it. And for this one, I had my because my camera is on a wrist strap, so it's easier for me to actually take pictures. So I had my camera on a wrist strap. Like these stairs, I hated them so much. Like the gap, it was a how do I say this? Each step was it's a pretty big separation. And there was a gap in between the steps. As in, you know how in normal stairs, there's a step, and between each step, there's like a little wall. This did not have the wall. It was just metal steps. It was, I was so scared of slipping the entire time. Because it was to a waterfall, which means it was wet. And it's still, it scared me so much. It was so tall too. But I think it was worth it because it's such a nice place. Like, look at that. It's so serene and pretty. Oh, when I was taking this shot, there was a guy like right next to me. There was a guy right next to me who wouldn't pull up his pants. Bitch was just showing his crack to everyone that was there. Pull up your pants, dog. It's not that hard. Anyway. And then I think the monks were also on vacation or something because there were so many of them. Because like after this group, there were like 3 more that followed. Oh, this was our Cambodian tour guide. Another dog. I think this was palm sugar. They were making some sort of palm sugar. Some sort of candy, which we also bought. We bought a lot of sugar. Oh, I forgot to mention we did buy Vietnamese coffee. I bought drip coffee for myself. My mom didn't buy coffee, but oh, she bought coffee but not for herself. She bought them as like gifts. And her friend that we met up with also gave us instant coffee. Like a huge pack of Vietnamese instant coffee. I'm so excited to try it. Yeah, this is palm sugar. Palm sugar. It's so good. It's really, really sweet. I mean, to be fair, it is sugar. But it's good. It's really good. I don't know what this is. Let's take a picture. What am I taking pictures of? This, I think these are different kinds of like treatment to the palm sugar. I don't know what exactly because we just like bought a stick. I don't know what I'm taking pictures of here. It's these things where I take a picture because I think it's interesting and then I look back and it's like, well, that's a photo. I think this was our last stop. A palace. Not really a palace, more like a vacation home for the royals. Yeah, this one. And this one. And they had statues there of like different historical figures. I don't remember which is which though. This is cool. Hello. This was a cool shot. Damn. I'm good. Okay, this was boring. Wow. I feel like I say that after every like 30 shots that this is good, and then every other one is like, nah, they're not very interesting. I like the colors in this one, but I'm not really sure what I was going for. Oh well. Oh, these next two. Maybe look away. It's not like gory or anything bad, but it's a dead bird. The most Max Caulfield looking as dead bird. First butterflies, now dead bird. Okay, let's not look at that for too long. And then this. I think they were doing like a ritual. Not really a ritual, but like a blessing. They were doing a blessing. And then my tour guide. I'm almost done, wow. Here, yeah, more prayer. I don't know what kind of prayer. I don't know if they have like a special name for it. But it's really nice. Yeah, this was our last stop. The last few photos. I like these ones. I don't know. There's something about religious photos. I really didn't have to edit much. Just like a bit of the exposure. Because I really like the colors already. Wow, I love my camera. Ooh. A little... Skin's a little too orange, actually. Let me... Oh, I didn't get it on time, but this kid was like doing an offering, which is really cute. And then another one of this lady. Wow! We did it! We went through how many? 401 photos. I didn't even narrow it down to what I wanted to post. I'll do that some other time. I'll do that in my own time. Okay. Which was my favorite? Not because it's my mother, but this one of my mom. I really liked it. It's very simple, but I really liked it. I'll leave it at that as we close up today's stream. Wow, I had so much fun on my vacation. I hope that my stories were interesting. I mean, I personally had stuff I was complaining about the whole time, but it was mostly like my parents not understanding Wi-Fi or stuff like that. Not a big deal, just annoying, I guess. Anyway, I hope my stories were interesting. I had so much fun. I'm glad I got to go on vacation. I got to like rest up. It's so nice being able to like, you know, just explore different places, try new things, new food. Like I said earlier, I don't really eat shrimp, but then that one place had such good shrimp. Like, that's so nice. And because we walked a lot. It was a lot of walking every day. Like, for someone who is very much a homebody to walking that much every day, I was not used to it. And then, not just that, but like eating 3 meals a day. and drinking lots of tea. And each meal had so many vegetables. Like Vietnamese and Cambodian food, they like their vegetables, which it feels so good. I'm not vegetarian particularly, but if I can order vegetarian food, I do. And it's just really nice having so many like different kinds, not really different kinds of vegetables, but really good vegetables. I felt that was the healthiest I felt in so long. Every meal vegetables. And during our plane rides, right, like I said I order vegetarian food when I can, not because I am vegetarian, but because I like vegetables. And for our flights, I think I was the only person, if not one of the very few, that specifically ordered vegetarian food for the flight. And I was always the first to be served food, which is so I feel so spoiled. I'm like, oh, I get to eat first. I think my favorite part of the trip was definitely the food. They're all so good. I really enjoyed eating. Oh, my dad's calling again. My dad can't text. He doesn't. My dad doesn't need text. That could have been. My dad is the epitome of. This could have been an email. Except it could have been a text. This is the second time he asked me the same question. He wouldn't have to ask if he just texted me, so he can just look at the text. Okay, anyway. Oh, I'm getting EPE. I think my body is still tired from the month-long like work and then lots of walking vacation. But yes, my favorite part of the trip. What was your favorite part of the trip? Mine was food. Okay, if I'm forced to not say to pick something that isn't food. Which one? Which one? I think if I was feeling better that day, it would be the Angkor Wat temple. Cause I don't know, I really like, churches and temples. I don't know why. And concrete. So I thought that was really cool. God, I wish I felt a lot better that day. I wasn't feeling so good. Because if I did, I would have walked the entire thing. Our tour guide said he's not old, but he's been doing it a while. And he said, oh, I've been to Angkor Wat like 2,000 times in my lifetime, and I feel like there are things I still haven't seen. And he's like, I mean, that's probably tour guide talk, realistically. But I don't know. How do I say this? I like hearing it. And it's just like, okay, I'll go again one day. I would love to. Such a nice spot. Maybe with a better lens and a better eye for good angles. When I'm a better photographer. Maybe. Do I have any other stories from this trip? I already thought of something, but I forgot. Was it about the food? Oh. Ooh. Alright, I already gassed up the food so much. I really like it. Oh, posture check. I caught myself shrimping. Oh no, please don't tell me I forgot my stories. Because it was a lot. we went to like 2 or 3 different things. Oh, I remember now. Our tour guides, both of them, they would it count as a compliment? Because they both mentioned that my family is very relaxed and easygoing. We're like, oh, we can do this, we can do that. It's fine. We can do either. We can do both. And because I wasn't feeling so good, and my parents are on the older side, we didn't really do the super strenuous activities like the Vietnam tunnels. Oh, because in the tunnels, there are spots specifically for tourists to go through, as in, please. I shouldn't be complaining about my dad because he's buying me food and that's why he's calling. Thank you, father. As I was saying, I already forgot. What was I talking about? Not the food. Okay. Our tour guides, okay, our Vietnamese tour guide was saying, like, oh, it's very relaxed. Because, yeah, like, in the tunnels, there are specific tunnels that the tourists are allowed to go through. And she said she's been through it like 100 times before, and she would she was a little grateful that she didn't have to do it with us, because for us we were happy to just see it, because I don't know, I did not want to go there. It was nice enough to see what was going on. The same with our Cambodian tour guide. He said that we were very easygoing. We just go with the flow. We we generally do what they recommend unless it was too strenuous. Like I said, not feeling so good. And they were saying like how their other groups really did everything, like pushed the limit of what they could do. It wasn't like, oh, can we go through this? Can we go through that? Can we eat here? Not really in a okay. They said it was a little demanding, but I mean, when you're on vacation, you want to enjoy it to the fullest. For my family, we were happy to just see everything. Okay. I think those are my stories. Oh, okay. I have one. I said that there was only one meal we didn't really enjoy compared to everything else. So, what my dad did, he was he started feeding the fish in the area, just like throwing it into water. And there were so many fish, they were just like literally fighting for it and gobbling it up, and I think it's really funny. Like it wasn't bad, but just compared to everything else, to all of our other meals, it was mid. I will say that one was mid, but everything else was really good. And oh, I love our tour guide so much. I think that part of this next story, I think part of it is that we were just like a group of three. Like we're just small, a very small group. My mom said we really want to try like local street food, and so our tour guide was like, "Okay, I can set that up for you." And she took us to this super hole. I don't even remember where it was. I don't know the street name or anything. Like I'm not just saying that to keep you away from it. I genuinely don't remember where this was. It was very hidden. Hole in, not even just hole in the wall. It's a hole in the wall. It's like her family's favorite like soup place. They have one thing on the menu, and that's crab soup. But when we ate it, it wasn't just crab. There was like tofu and I think it was pork. I think, I don't know. But and she said, "I'd never take tourists here. They are not allowed to know about this place." But she let us see it. I think, yeah, because we were a very small group, and what influence do we have? I don't even remember the name. But for such a hole in the wall place, it's so good. I wish I remember where it was so that when I go back to Vietnam, I can go there again. And then after that, she took us to like another like alley of street food. But we were so full, we couldn't eat too much. But we had a fair bit of food. She made us try this like Vietnamese pizza, which is it's what you can expect it to be. Pizza but Asian. And then she was saying, "Oh, let's try this tofu for dessert." But we were tired, so we just bought it and brought it back to the hotel. I pretty much ate it by myself. It's basically taho. Pandan taho. That's so good. So I was doing that. I was eating that while doing my Proseca dailies. And then she also bought us this like sugarcane drink. And after that, I was like, I have so much energy to pack. Like usually, right? Usually sugar and caffeine drinks don't really like wake me up too much. I wouldn't say they make you sleepy, but it's just like, no effect. That woke me up. I had so much energy. Like, I didn't just, pack up my skincare and makeup. I fixed the clothes. I reorganized my luggage. Like, wow. That's a lot of energy. Man. I had so much fun. Honestly, I wish I was there a little longer. I don't know. I kind of wish there was a day where I just chilled in the area. Because Vietnam they have a lot of good coffee places. But we only really tried one or two. And I wish I could have tried more. Well, we did buy Vietnamese coffee. So I have that to like try. Neil, if you know any good like good way to prepare Vietnamese instant coffee, please let me know. I want to try different things. I got Vietnamese coffee and I got Vietnamese honey, and that was really good. And Cambodian palm sugar. I should try that too with the coffee. Mm-hmm. I think those are most of my stories. I mean, not much popped up as I was going through it. Maybe tomorrow. I'm considering a stream where I show. Okay, because whenever I travel, no matter where it is, I try to buy a keychain in that area. So I have a bit of collection since I started collecting like for almost maybe 14 years ago. So 14 years of travel, that's a lot of keychains. And I want to show it off. Like not in a oh my god, I traveled so much kind of way, but I don't know, I'm really happy with my collection. I want to show it. Just want to show it. And oh, right, back in Vietnam, we did the lacquer painting. I also bought myself like a teacup. Cute little teacup and little plate set. It's really nice. It was either that or a bowl. I don't know. It's really pretty. I have a feeling it's gonna be stuck in our little display cabinet. We have this giant ass display cabinet from our family's travels, mostly my mom's travels, where she just buys nice things. Like in that cabinet, we bought like this glass. How do I say it? These wine glasses from glass blowing in somewhere in Italy. It's really nice, and it has like my name engraved on it, which is really sick. I've never drank from that cup before. And I'm hoping that it's different for this teacup because I want to use it. It's really pretty. It's like silver with like pink flowers. Maybe I'll show it on stream. But yes, my plan tomorrow, if my body lets me, because I'm still, I think, recovering from how much work I've been doing, and the vacation. The plan tomorrow is to show my keychains. We will see. Let's go here. The stream's about to end. I have finished my agenda. I hope you enjoyed looking through these photos with me. I had fun. This is nice. Back up the photos. Backing up catalog. This is not the right folder, but that's fine. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed my photos. I hope, how do I say this? I'm not the best photographer in the world, but that makes me happy doing it. I had a lot of fun, like, trying to see what is interesting, what's nice. And I'm glad I get to share more of that with you guys, because I don't get a lot of opportunities to do photography. So this was fun. It was really nice to share this with you. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Wait, let me check if Ganymede uploaded the VOD from last night. Because that, honest to God, one of the best streams we've had. Oh, my dad's here. One of the best post-con podcasts ever. It's not on their VOD channel yet. It should still be up on their Twitch if you want to go check that out. Yeah. That was a really fun podcast. So yeah, the plan, if my body lets me, is to show you guys my keychains tomorrow. If not, maybe I continue a game. I will see. Maybe next week I will continue my gamings. I should be fully rested by then. So I have Night in the Woods, Omori, Life is Strange. Franbo! I can do one game each day. Yeah. I think I'll do that. Okay. Before I continue yapping and delaying end stream, thank you all so much for joining me today. Hopefully I'll feel good enough to stream again tomorrow, because I really do want to share my keychain collection with you guys. It's so cool. I love them so much. This is the real anik. My tiny little, my little guys. So, I'll see you maybe tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow. If not, next week. Thank you so much for joining me today. See you next time. Okay. Thank you guys so much. Okay. Bye-bye.